Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is creativity and chaos. My co-host and I, we have a radio show, Conscious Conversations with Joan and Janet, and a week or so ago, we did a whole conversation about chaos. And my point is, when you look at the world, it looks like there's a lot of chaos, and we feel like there's a lot of dysfunction in chaos. There is a lot of, fear and anxiety in chaos. But just like when you look at an anthill and all the ants are going through around, there's actually a pattern to their movements. And the different ants all have their different roles to play. And even if you disturb that anthill and all the ants go scattering, they're actually reorganizing themselves. I think that's called chaos theory, that there's a pattern in chaos. When we're viewing the world as our physical bodies and as our personalities, we are going to feel threatened by something that doesn't go in an orderly way or follow an orderly pattern. And that is our body's interpretation of what's happening in the greater world. We always view things through the lens of survival, like, is this going to kill us? Well, we're going to obviously die if we're not on schedule. And we watch what's going on in the greater world, and there appears to be a lot of chaos going on right now, especially on the higher levels of administration that you would hope would be running with a lot more maturity and order. What I see going on those higher levels is that the dysfunctional structures are actually in the process of breaking down. The things that are limiting and restricting, that are not the expansion of greater consciousness into form, that's what's breaking down. That's what's disintegrating. And so it's causing a lot of chaos, the anthills being disturbed, kind of thing. And a way you can shift the viewpoint for yourself is to look at that really things are in the process of reorganizing. And when you shift to your greater perspective as consciousness, you can see that it is all reorganizing for the better. It is in the process of expansion. Greater light is coming into the world. When you're viewing it as consciousness, you don't feel threatened. You feel amused. You feel accepting. You feel excited to see how the story is unfolding. Greater consciousness doesn't die. You just expand, and you're actually experiencing things on a multiple levels. Greater consciousness is actually experiencing all lifetimes at once. And anyway, you can start to see things that you would have framed negatively as just an expression of creativity as consciousness. This world is a playground. It is an adventure in density and effort. It is a creation of consciousness, and you are consciousness. So your greater self created this to play in, to experience, and it is continuously going through expansion. It's continuously going through me models, breaking things down and building things up. You could even say that it is a game of creating and destroying on a moment-to-moment basis. So the fun thing about that is to know that there are no mistakes. There's always a do-over, that there's always an opportunity to try something new. And the more disastrous something may seem, really behind the scenes is the more creativity as consciousness is being expressed. If you were a writer, you would not write a book that's all just happy-go-lucky. It wouldn't be any fun. There isn't any, drama to it. You want people to try to get to happy-go-lucky, but they're coming through lots of tragedy and challenges. People don't win Oscars for movies about everything happy-go-lucky. You want that heartwarming feeling, but they had to go through something challenging to get there. So you can view all the challenges that you're dealing with in your own life as how incredibly capable you are as consciousness, and you're well on the way to winning the Oscar. And when you view life this way, it also helps you to detach from the roller coaster ride of the news cycle. The news coming out in the world today is all designed to produce emotional reactions, and it's really not necessarily the intention of yourself as greater consciousness that is expressing through the body in order to feel all the wonderful sensations that we can have in a physical body. It's kind of creating a false overreaction. It's kind of like how reality show TV is not reality. Your real life is enough of a reality show for you as consciousness, and you enjoy the ride. Even when something disastrous happens, you can kind of look within and go, there's a sense of exhilaration and excitement about this, and I can rise to the challenge. So play with this and just see how shifting your perspective can create a really profound change in your life. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. You can also sign up below to get them in your inbox. If you want to know more, my website is joan-newcomb.com. I have a weekly radio show and podcast. I also write a weekly blog and newsletter. I do meetups around the Puget Sound. I also have a monthly webinar. And if you want to know more about how to navigate your life through all this chaos and confusion in a way that you can retain or gain your greater awareness as consciousness and really have fun going along for the ride, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and look at my coaching programs. Oh, and don't forget to like, share, and comment. Share these with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.